Sure.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday.
I'm a little bit behind here. Let me catch up.
We were trying to get me propped up on this chair, and it took a while.
If you could see what happens, if you could see the sausage getting made,
You don't want to.
you would have some really good laughs.
So
Thank you for joining us today. And it's Thursday.
and
it's nice out.
it is, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's take a, that's topping our news today. Here we are.
Let's go with the news.
Here's
Mark.
what we're following up. We're following up after two deadly crashes occurred just hours on and a mile apart on West Washington Avenue last night.
The FBI is ramping up its investigation following a deadly raid that left one Utah man dead. I'm Skyler Henry in Washington, detailing the threats he made towards top officials in the midst of heightened political polarization.
Okay, and if you need a reason to head to the Memorial Union Terrace this weekend,
Yes.
they just gave you one. Actually, a couple. We'll tell you about a couple new lemonades.
These guys. All right, let's take a look outside. As we mentioned, not a bad day today. Very seasonal, I think.
Yeah.
Stormy Friday, question mark?
Yeah, it's a lot. Depends on things.
Jacob's in the backyard to tell us what's going on out there.
Yeah, storms are looking pretty likely for Friday. We have issued an alert day for the possibility of severe weather. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about the current conditions. And right now we are very nice. Lower 80s, upper 70s are the current temperatures. And throughout the evening, it is going to remain very nice with temperatures mostly in the 70s. And we are going to see clouds increase throughout the night with very mild conditions. Now, looking at the current radar, pretty much nothing across Wisconsin. And there's not a ton across the Midwest. But we are going to see some more showers and storms form later in the night. Now, this will happen well after midnight, so not going to be a concern for the rest of today. But as I mentioned, those clouds are going to increase, and look off to the north and west. We're going to see a line of storms moving through the area, and it's going to impact mostly southern Wisconsin. Now, places to the north of Madison could still see some rain tomorrow morning, but the heaviest rain will be to the south. But the threat of severe weather will actually come later in the day. The morning storms could produce some severe weather, but the greatest risk of severe weather will be in the evening tomorrow. So there will be 2 rounds of storms, and that second round of storms could bring some high winds, hail, heavy rain, possibly even an isolated tornado. And this is mostly going to be during the evening, but as I mentioned, Friday morning could produce some severe weather as well. I'll talk more in detail about the threat of severe weather coming up later in the show.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Police responded to 2 separate deadly crashes in Madison. Prompter, please. Last night on the same road and just hours apart.
The crashes happened on West Washington Avenue, and that's where we find our Braden Ross, who joins us with the latest information. Braden.
Yeah, I'm here on the corner of West Washington Avenue, and Broome Street is just behind the corner, or behind the camera here. This is the site of the second of those 2 crashes. You can see here there's still a traffic light down where that car presumably hit, and damage to this tree back here. Now, police say this crash happened at 12:30 p.m. last night. The driver, a 32-year-old man, was driving recklessly, they say, and lost control of his car. He died of his injuries. And again, 3 hours earlier, less than a mile down the road, another fatal crash involving 2 cars at the intersection of West Washington Avenue and South Park Street. I spoke to a nearby business owners who saw the aftermath of that crash.
I just heard tire squealed and a big boom, which I kind of thought maybe somebody hit the front of the building first. Just tell him to sit down, but I think he was a shot because he wasn't even reacting.
Now, in that crash, police say a 25-year-old man they believe was driving drunk hit another car around 9 p.m. Both were transported to the hospital, but the driver who was hit did not survive. Now, in this crash here on Broome Street, 2 other people were hurt and taken to the hospital, but police have not released any of the names of anyone involved in any of these crashes.
All right, Braden, thank you. Breaking news into our newsroom. In the past hour, the 2 people who drowned in the Wisconsin River last week have been identified. They are 24-year-old Akash Selvum and 25-year-old Jerome Schneider, both from Madison. Investigators said the 2 men were playing catch on a sandbar when one of them went under while chasing after the ball. Several people tried to help the man. Another man went under as well. Neither of the 2 ever resurfaced.
At least 36 people have died in wildfires that are ravaging part of Maui. The devastating wildfires began Tuesday. They were spread in part by fierce winds from Hurricane Dora passing hundreds of miles to the south. While survivors recall harrowing escapes by car or boat, many residents who fled don't know whether their homes and businesses have been reduced to ash.
So, we need to make sure the people who's been affected by this, we need to get their immediate needs met. In the future, we rebuild. Lahaina's strong. It's not just an expression. So we start rebuilding.
Thousands have been in emergency shelters, but those shelters are not sustainable after a few days. Maui County officials have urged visitors to leave the island as soon as possible. Alaska, Delta, United, American, and Southwest Airlines have all increased service for flights off of the island to try to get people away from those fires.
And coming up at 5, with raging wildfires taking lives and burning through buildings, a local couple, Amber and Jared Brunner, have canceled their upcoming trip to Maui. While they know this is the right move, they say it's a disappointment after a year and a half of a different setback. Catherine Merkel tells us more coming up in the next hour.
Mercy Health is now holding advanced stroke life support classes. It's a new class that the American Heart Association started recently. Mercy Health is now only one of just a handful of locations in Wisconsin that offer the course to healthcare professionals. The training is to improve providers' initial assessment of a potential stroke.
The big key component here is that initial assessment, and then getting our providers the ability to practice their assessments, to hone those assessment skills, and then discuss, we discuss with them different treatment options and management of blood pressure.
Experts say to follow the Be Fast acronym to try to identify a stroke. This method involves monitoring the patient's balance, eyes, face, arms, and speech, while paying attention to the length of time they may have been experiencing symptoms to try to catch it early.
FBI agents fatally shot a Utah man yesterday morning while trying to serve search and arrest warrants. The man, Craig Robertson, had made multiple threats on social media against politicians.
Now, this comes as political tensions in America are already high. Skylar Henry has more details from Washington.
The FBI is still investigating the deadly shooting of a Provo, Utah man. Craig D. Robertson was killed while FBI agents were serving him a warrant early Wednesday morning.
Some medical professionals looked at him for like a couple minutes, but pretty soon it was clear he was gone.
The FBI had been investigating Robertson for 5 months after he made multiple social media posts threatening President Joe Biden. He also made threats against politicians, leading investigations into former President Donald Trump, including Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, as well as more than 24 threats against Vice President Kamala Harris. CBS News consultant A.T. Smith is a former Secret Service deputy director.
In terms of extreme, this is about as extreme as you can get in a threat.
Political polarization has remained high in the U.S. following the January 6th attack on the Capitol after the 2020 presidential election.
It certainly doesn't stop with this one individual. There are a lot of people out there that probably have these same thoughts and feelings, and I have never in my career and 30 years of law enforcement, whether I was in Washington or in the field, like in New York City, seen it to this extreme.
But the violence isn't limited to the U.S. 59-year-old Ecuadorian presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio was fatally gunned down following a rally in the capital of Quito. Ecuador's president blames the assassination on organized crime, saying it was meant to sabotage an election in less than 2 weeks. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Well, you can eat local and give local today in Dane County. It's a fundraising effort by Dane Buy Local, a nonprofit serving local businesses across the area. There are 44 businesses participating in the Eat Local, Give Local Day. One of those is Windsor Breads. 10% of proceeds at these locations will go right back into Dane Buy Local, supporting their mission of connecting the community.
As we are trying to look at more ways to connect with communities, Dane Buy Local has been a good part of that. Helps us connect with businesses, helps us connect with not just other businesses, but other charities, that sort of things. It just gives us a way to connect that we wouldn't be able to find on our own.
You can find a list of the 44 participating local businesses on channel3000.com. You have until the end of the day today, so I guess dinner, to support the Eat Local, Give Local campaign.
Okay, if you are headed to the Memorial Union Terrace anytime soon, you will find some new beverages perfect for the summer. They're the Terrace Lemonade and Strawberry Lemonade, two new non-alcoholic lemonades made in collaboration between Madison's Carbon 4 and the Wisconsin Union. Both lemonades contain real lemon juice and no artificial colors. The teams crafted the beverages to be vegan, non-alcoholic, and gluten-free to ensure as many customers as possible could enjoy them.
I love a good lemonade.
That's a really cool can, too.
Ice cold lemonade out on the terrace?
When are we bringing the show out there?
Let's go now.
Okay, I'll roll you there.
Roll me out of this chair. Okay, Madison is about to get a brand new film festival.
We'll tell you all about it and the men behind it all when Live at 4 continues.
This is it. Our biggest mattress sale of the year is on now at Ashley. Save up to $900 on Purple mattresses and up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic. All with 72-month special financing. Only at Ashley.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Now 50 homeowners will save. Receive free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Family is just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy meant treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Get the absolute lowest prices now during Ashley's Labor Day event. Save even more on doorbusters at discounts up to 83% off. Like this sofa and love seat set, now $598. Plus 6-year special financing with no money down. Only at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Just weeks to go until students head back to school, and on that to-do list, parents might be trying to get their kids into the eye doctor.
Our Leah Lynchide has a warning from the experts.
1 out of 4 children in the U.S. has a vision disorder that needs to be diagnosed and treated. That's according to the American Optometric Association. Dr. Viola Konevsky says that's why a comprehensive eye exam at least once a year is critical.
Just like they're growing, their eyes growing with them.
Dr. Konevsky says kids' eyes should be checked in infancy and then annually, starting right around age 3 to age 5. And don't rely on those school screenings. The AOA says they miss up to 75% of kids with vision problems. That can lead to issues in a child's development, school performance, and even their self-esteem. For News 3 Now, I'm Leah Lynchide.
And the State Patrol has an important reminder ahead of the school year. Make sure you're stopping for the school bus. Here's a refresher on the rules you need to follow. Wisconsin law requires drivers to stop at least 20 feet away from a bus when the red warning lights are flashing. Slow down when the amber lights are flashing. That means the bus is about to stop. You can pass a bus with those amber lights on, but do it carefully, and yield to pedestrians who have a walk signal or a green light, or actually anyone crossing a road with no signals. And be sure to always follow directions from school crossing guards.
And a reminder, we are just getting started with our 2-week push to gather school supplies and make sure every kid in Dane County is set up for success this school year. You can drop off supplies at our studio here at News 3 Now, any Boys and Girls Club location, Metcalf's, or Walgreens. You can find a list of supplies that are needed over at channel3000.com/back to school.
Well, the 75th Emmy Awards have been pushed back to January. The Television Academy and Fox made the announcement today. The awards, television's top honors, were scheduled to be handed out next month. However, it was announced last month that the event would be postponed in light of the ongoing writers and actors strikes. The show will air on Fox Monday, January 15th, 2024, which is also Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday. The latest government data shows inflation edged up slightly after 12 straight months of declines.
But that bump up conceals more encouraging numbers hidden in the details. Government data out today shows consumers actually paid prices that were 3.2% higher in July than a year earlier and up a mild 0.2% from June. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, driving that July increase, housing costs, which rose 0.4%, up 7.7% from a year ago. But analysts say even those figures are lagging.
Rents nationally, on average, are lower than they were a year ago. And we expect that those kinds of movements in the downward pressure on shelter will show up later this year in the government report.
Core prices, which exclude food and energy, are still moving in the right direction, and that could help convince the Federal Reserve to pause on additional rate hikes next month. One major decline could put some wind beneath your wings if you're looking to squeeze in a late summer vacation. Airfare is down 18.6%, and hotel costs have eased.
All that news resulted in small gains on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 52 points, the NASDAQ up almost 16, and the S&P 500 tacked on a point. Well, even though Hollywood is on strike, some local filmmakers are hard at work.
Brady Mallory shows us a new event that celebrates cinema, and it's right here in Madison. Brady?
A wise modern-day philosopher called going to the movies that indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Okay, that was actually Nicole Kidman in her AMC ad, but you know, it accurately describes the power of film. Two students share this enthusiasm, and they are creating a new film festival in Madison to give filmmakers a place to create magic together.
The movie theater feels like home, which is funny because Grace Smalley says his home felt like a movie theater.
At 5 years old, I would, go on my dad's MacBook and literally just pull up the photo booth app and make little movies with that and go and edit it in iMovie. And that's basically how I really started.
Jared Rosenthal can relate.
I love storytelling in general, is that there's a feeling that's indescribable that just hits you and it affects you and it can inspire you and it can motivate you.
That's why these two men are putting small-time filmmakers up on the big screen at the Bartell Theater in Madison.
It's something important because I feel like everyone here has a passion for creative and art, and I feel like showing a film festival here in this city would definitely make an impact on people.
Smoley, an NYU Tisch student, and Rosenthal, a UW-Madison student, are set to launch the Madison Film Festival on August 26th.
This is a really, really special showcase for people to just get out there and feel something all at the same time and be able to have those conversations about, just what it means to be a human on this planet in this time that we exist.
More than 500 submissions from 50 countries will compete for categories like Best Animation or Best Narrative Feature.
No matter what stage you are in your filmmaking career, you have a chance for your work to be shown and to be appreciated at the Madison Film Festival.
We previously introduced you to Rosenthal a few months ago when he and a group were making a movie of their own. He says one of the goals is to show off Madison as a movie-making mecca and highlight filmmakers who may not live in LA or New York.
I think what is so cool about this is that we're essentially making Madison become global by showing people that there are more voices that have not been heard yet, that need to be heard.
Smoley and Rosenthal hope the Madison Film Festival becomes a staple in the community and gives up-and-coming filmmakers a place to call home.
People here have been looking for an opportunity to have that platform to truly express themselves openly, freely, creatively.
It's the storytelling, the passion that goes into making art, and just having everyone on a set that, you know, contributes to a story and makes something impactful, I think is very cool.
And the Madison Film Festival is August 26th at the Bartell Theater. And if you want to attend, you can find information about tickets at madisonfilmfestival.com. And
two very ambitious young men.
Yeah, and I've been able to meet one of them, and a big goal in the past, a big goal is to highlight Madison and to show that we can make movies here. I mean, we're such a quirky, wonderful place. We have the lakes, the streets.
Well, our Will Loper is an award-winning filmmaker.
So it's good. Let's put Madison on the map here.
Oh, what were some of the movies that you saw that really sparked that, like, magic within you? Fried Green Tomatoes, that was a big one for me growing up.
Oh,
Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't know.
Airports?
My go-to
Airplane?
is always A League of Their Own.
Perfect.
That's good.
Love that movie too. Penny Marshall, great director.
Yeah, thank you for knowing that.
I know.
And I hear Barbie's good too.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my gosh.
We will take you.
Yes.
She wants to go too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going. We're going.
We'll see you at the theaters.
All right. See you there. Thank you, Brady.
Thank you. Still to come at 4, you'll want to look up this weekend.
We'll tell you everything you need to know about the Perseid meteor shower when we go beyond the barometer later on Live at 4.
One in 3 adults have difficulty getting in and out of the bathtub. But with a new walk-in shower from Mad City Baths, you can easily step in and out. Plus, add stability with a safety seat and grab bars. Expertly installed in as little as 1 day.
As you get older, it gets harder to get in those regular standard tubs, you know, so this is really convenient for me too.
Call now. The first 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Look, Mom, I found one. Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
You got me.
Tag, you're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Well, take a look at this. Ahead of its full Olympic debut next year, the Japanese Olympics breakdance team had been performing their best moves in the host city of Paris. Breaking was featured at the Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires in 2018, and following its success has been chosen to feature on the Olympic program in 2024 as a new sport, along with surfing, skateboarding, and sport climbing. The Paris Olympic organizers are hoping to both inspire the local population and give future competitors a chance to visit the city to get used to the competition conditions. Breaking originated in the 1970s in the Bronx.
It's come a long way since Breakdance Electric Boogaloo movie. Remember that?
That was different, was it? Do you break dance? I could see
No,
that.
I don't. Maybe I wanted
Maybe
to a little bit as a
something
kid,
you should
but not anymore.
I'd break a hip.
Yeah. Well, let's not do that after I had to try to get you in the chair today. Oh, my goodness.
Someday we'll tell you the story about
Yes.
the day of the chair.
Someday.
All right,
Jacob.
Nice today, but some rain on the way.
Yeah, there's actually going to be 2 rounds of storms in the morning and the evening, but I'll talk more in detail about it coming up just after the break.
Absolutely a good investment because we're happy.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. We can replace your old outdated bathtub with a beautiful walk-in shower or new walk-in tub, installed in as little as 1 day, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. And now 50 homeowners will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts. Plus, if you call Mad City Baths now during this program, you'll receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
About our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time. Long live dreams. And long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life. So you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali and long live life.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, as I mentioned, we have the alert day in effect for tomorrow. This will be for all of southern Wisconsin. High winds, hail, heavy rain, possibly even an isolated tornado will be the main hazards. And it's going to be mostly for the evening, but we could see a round of storms earlier in the day that may also produce some severe weather. Now, looking at the 3 things you need to know, obviously we're talking about the storms possible tomorrow, but then we're going to see another round of rain Sunday night. And for the most part, temperatures are going to be pretty comfortable, maybe a bit warm at times, but very seasonable, not really going to change all that much from what we've seen. So here's a look at the severe weather outlook for for tomorrow. A slight risk for our entire area. That's level 2 out of 5. Marginal risk for surrounding areas. The slight risk extends for a lot of Illinois, along with portions of Iowa, Missouri, and even Minnesota. Now, we have a 15% chance to see severe level wind, which is wind speeds up to 60 miles per hour. That 15% chance means there's a 15% chance within 25 miles of any given point within the yellow. And the hail is pretty similar, 15% chance. The hail severe criteria is a hail an inch in diameter. So we could see 60 mile per hour wind gusts, hail up to an inch in diameter. And there also is a slight chance of an isolated tornado, mainly to the south of Madison, but across northern Illinois and the far southern portion of Wisconsin, which includes parts of our area. An isolated tornado is possible with just a 2% chance, but still it just takes one tornado to produce a lot of damage. Now the clouds are going to increase throughout the night, and then later in the night, well after midnight, we're going to see some showers and storms move into our area from the west. Now the heaviest rain will be to the south of, or in the far southern portion of Wisconsin. The central portion of the state may see some rain, but likely not going to see heavy rain early. And we're going to be dry for the afternoon hours, maybe a pop-up storm here and there, but stronger storms are expected to form in the evening hours and impact really our entire area from around 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's the best chance to see some storms, but some lingering storms may continue a few hours after that towards midnight, maybe even as late as 2 a.m. But by the time we get to Saturday morning, right around 3 a.m. to sunrise, that's when we're really going to see the storms clear out of our area. But during that evening time frame, that's the best chance to see the severe storms. And as far as rainfall goes, we could see up to an inch. It really all depends on where some of these storms fire up. Now for temperatures, lows tonight will be pretty normal, mid-60s, maybe a bit mild compared to normal, but we are going to see those showers and storms move into our area closer to the morning. And for temperatures tomorrow, not really going to see a big change in temperatures despite the severe weather. Highs will once again be in the lower 80s, and that's going to continue through the weekend as well with 80s for Saturday and Sunday. But Sunday afternoon, we do have a chance to see some storms, and that may continue into Monday morning. Now for next week, temperatures very similar, going to be lower 80s, upper 70s, fairly dry conditions, although we do have some slight chances of rain throughout. But for tomorrow, once again, severe storms, especially during the evening, but we also could see a round of storms earlier that may produce severe weather as well.
All right, keep an eye on things. Thank you, Jacob. The Perseid meteor shower is active every year from mid-July to late August.
So this year, the shower will peak right around Saturday night and before dawn on Sunday.
Here to tell us all about these showers, Chief Meteorologist Garrett Canelti. We're going beyond the barometer, but maybe the telescope at this point.
Yeah, you know, we get a lot of astronomy questions, and that really doesn't have anything to do with weather so much, other than the fact that you need to have good weather to be able to see something like a meteor shower or an eclipse. And we do have the Perseid meteor showers that are going to peak actually the next 2 nights, so tomorrow night and for Saturday. So let's take a look at the graphic here. If we can go to the graphic, there we go. So this is the Perseid meteor showers. What you want to do is you want to look to the northeast. The best viewing is going to be after midnight. And the good news is, at least for this meteor shower, is the fact that not only is the weather supposed to cooperate, but also the moon will be relatively small. So we're not going to have a lot of moonlight. In fact, the moon actually isn't expected to rise until around 4 a.m. So that means most of the night will be dark, and it makes it a lot easier to see meteors if you don't have a big light source like the moon. So I think out of the 2 nights, the best viewing will be on Saturday night. But if we clear out in time later tomorrow night after the storms, and most of this again after midnight, so the storms tomorrow are expected to be more, you know, in the evening. A few could linger after midnight, but the later that we clear out, you know, the better the viewing will be. We do have some additional upcoming meteor showers. The Orionids that come from the Orion constellation. That'll be October 20th and 21st. Should be on par with the Perseids that we're seeing. The Leonids, that would be November 17th through the 18th. And then we also have the Geminids. That will be in December between the 13th and the 14th. And the good news for all of these is that the moon will be less than half full, and in the case of the Geminids, actually there should be very little moonlight at all that would interfere. So then it's just a matter of whether or not the weather cooperates to be able to see them. But at peak, we could be looking at somewhere between about 50 and 75 meteors per hour.
Per hour?
Wow. So
just,
you know,
look
like
up,
almost
or is it north, south, east?
Toward the northeast, you know, and if you're away from city lights, that will help too, because you don't have the light pollution to interfere. But yeah, it could be a pretty spectacular spectacular show later Friday night and as we head into Saturday. So
I think it's always fun just to lay out there and just see what you find and count them.
It's a lot easier to lay out there during August than it is during December.
That is true.
If you're looking for meteors.
That is true.
All right. Well, fingers crossed for clear skies.
Yeah, like I say, I think Saturday night should be no problem. Tomorrow night, there's at least a possibility that we should be able to see them. And even outside of that, you know, you could see some additional meteors, but that will be the peak.
Okay.
Just keep looking up.
Keep looking up, right?
Gary, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Coming up next here on Live, before we take a trip back to 1983 and get a bit of a spelling lesson from the coach.
And then at 5 for a Verona couple, they say what they lost was just a vacation to Maui. They know that is nothing compared to the 36 people who lost their lives in the fires there.
Back to school means big savings at A1 Furniture. Mattresses for $149, sofas $399, flip-flops $299, dressers $149. Up to 40% off store-wide plus instant cash back. The Back to School Savings Event, only at A1 Furniture.
Mad City Baths takes the hassle out of bathroom remodeling with high-quality American-made baths and showers backed with a lifetime warranty. Choose from premium wall patterns including white travertine, Othello, and many more. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. And now 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts, plus call Mad City Baths now. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smoking hot discount. We're all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the backpack that the kids really, really want, the sneakers that make PE class the most awesome, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Get the first day look they want and save up to 70% off on everything for back to school, plus get a free Vera Bradley lanyard and Zip ID. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
Back to school means big savings at A1 Furniture. Mattresses for $149, sofas $399, flip-flops $299, dressers $149. Up to 40% off store-wide plus instant cash back. The Back to School Savings Event, only at A1 Furniture.
New at 5, we hear from a witness to one of the crashes on West Washington, how a business owner rushed to help the driver.
A first warned weather alert day is now in the forecast for Friday. Timing of the storms is critical as we are expecting a couple of rounds of storms. At 5, I'll let you know what the severe weather threats will be and when to expect the storms.
And ahead at 6, a cancer survivor couple's Hawaiian getaway was over before it even began. We share why dangerous wildfires cannot destroy their celebration. That's tonight at 6.
Given the weather satellite has been, we end up in Miami. 91 degrees, humid, gray.
Good for them.
The afternoon rain in Miami.
Well, people go to bars for a lot of different reasons.
But rarely to learn the alphabet. Our Travel Throwback Thursday takes us back to 1983.
Any student that has gone through the educational system in this country has no doubt spent hours looking up at those alphabet cards. We learned the 26 letters A through Z on those green cards. But once we leave school, we don't see the alphabet laid out like that anymore. That is, unless you go to a bar in Prairie du Sac.
It's the coach's place in Prairie du Sac. Dick Martin is the coach. He's been one for 21 years. The last 12 at Waunakee High School before retiring from the classroom to the bar room. Coach's bar is filled with sports paraphernalia. Coach is understandably a sports fan. He even has his championship Waunakee school letter hanging up. And that's where the problems began.
People in Sauk Prairie said, what are you doing with a W up there? This is Sauk Prairie, it's not Wanakee. And so I said, okay, bring one in.
Bring in a Sauk Prairie letter, he said. They did, but then things got out of hand.
Then I got thinking about it, and I thought that, well, wait a minute, I wonder how many more I could get. And so we just started out, and our first letter, ironically enough, was the A.
Dick now has the entire alphabet hanging above his bar, just like those above the chalkboard. But this alphabet is made up entirely of high school athletic letters. The A is from Arena, B is from Blue River,
C, Coleman, D, Dodgeville, E, Madison, East, F, Fenimore, G, Grant High School in Fox Lake, Illinois, H, Highland, I, University of Iowa, J, Jefferson, K, Japan, I don't know where.
There's Lodi, Mount Horeb, Norwalk, Autumna, Iowa, Prairie.
The Q was the one I thought I'd never get. And somebody just walked in one day and said, hey, here's a Q. I said, you know, you're kidding me, a Q? Yeah, we got a Q from Quigley Seminary South.
R is from Rudolph, S is Sauk City, Toma, Union Grove, Valparaiso, Indiana, Wisconsin Heights, Xavier and Appleton, Youngstown, Ohio, and finally,
Zanesville, Ohio.
The alphabet is the talk of Coach's Place. Topics run from, well, A to Z.
It's amazing that the amount of pride that people take in coming in here, you know, and they'll sit down with a friend of theirs and say, you know, that's my D up there. Because, let's face it, when you get to be 30 years old, you don't wear your letter sweater anymore.
And if you do, it's liable to end up hanging on the wall. You see, Coach is working on a second set of letters now. He's keeping those stored, you guessed it, in alphabetical order. Mark Kane, News 3, traveling in Prairie du Sac.
Coach passed away back in 2015. The Coach's Place closed down a few years earlier.
The location is still the bar, though.
Here it is.
Right?
Here it is.
It's called Maybe Again. And we're not really sure what happened to all those letters.
But they're not up in the bar anymore.
Oh, wow. That's a great story.
We wanted to go in, but they didn't open until 3, which I found unusual for a bar in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we need to talk to those owners.
Maybe again. All right, coming up next year on Live at 4, how many sugary drinks do you have a day?
1, 2? Well, it could increase the chances of you getting cancer. Dr. Zorba Pastor joins us to explain next.
Welcome back to Portage Furniture Store, your forever furniture store. Mr. Aaron Ayers, what does that mean?
Welcome back, Emmy. Yes, when we talk about forever furniture, we talk about generation-lasting, heirloom-quality custom furniture. Case in point, we live it every day. My wife and I, we have a chair in our home that my grandfather sold to my wife's grandparents. Generation lasting, third generation lasting furniture.
Long, long before you and Jen had met. That's an incredible story.
We find love at Portage Furniture.
He can promise that right there. And still free delivery, amazing service from your crew.
We talk about it all the time, the best in the business. Bring it in, set it up for you, move it left, move it right. They are the best.
They're going to take care of you. And it looks like the 4th generation, they're just swooping right in. They're making some decisions here, Aaron.
They're trying to kick us out the door as quick as they can. They're anxious and they're ready to go.
Kenley, are you ready to work in the store someday?
Yeah, I was born ready.
That a girl. High five. We've all had those moments in businesses where you see the salesperson come at you and you're like, oh man, I haven't even had a second to look. Except that doesn't happen when you come to Portage Furniture.
That's right. Really, it's a pressure-free environment. Really no pressure at all. We like the customers to be able to get a chance to look around, to really sit down on the furniture, to lay down on the mattresses, to really, again, have the no pressure atmosphere here at the store.
Absolutely. But they also know their stuff. So when you're ready, when you need them, when you have the questions for them, they're going to be here and they're ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. You know, our staff and our salespeople are very well knowledgeable and they know the product and everything too. So any questions, they're here for you.
From the entire Portage Furniture family, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and elevate the look of your home. We carry the largest selection of Hunter ceiling fans, available in a huge variety of designs, finishes, and features. Ceiling fans are perfect for adding light, comfort, and style to any room, while helping you save on energy bills year-round. Get the Auberville LED ceiling fan for $89.97 after 11% rebate. Visit Menards.com to view all of our ceiling fan options today.
Save big money at Menards.
This or that, this or that. You can do this when you and you that. You can do this when you and you that. You can do this because Angie's where it's at.
Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Get started today at Angie.com.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
It's time now for your first warn traffic. We do have a bit of some slowdowns across the area. On the westbound belt line, just between the 151, it is down to 12 miles per hour in some directions. It actually looks like it just improved. I believe that is due to the shoulder being blocked. It's also the slowdown on the 151 towards Verona and some small slowdowns on the interstate, but most of that has to do with just simple rush hour traffic. Now looking down south towards Janesville, interstate outside of the Madison area is green in both directions, and that's also the case up north towards the Dells. Now looking at the specific time for the Beltline, it is a bit slower on the westbound. Eastbound pretty good, 17 minutes, but overall, you know, across the downtown area, nothing too extreme at this hour. And that's your first warn traffic. Back to you guys at the couch.
Well, police in North Carolina are searching for a 900-pound bull that got loose in the Charlotte area. The dark brown longhorn got loose just after 7 p.m. Monday when the owner was trying to move it from a pasture to an enclosed area. Severe weather moved through. You see, the bull was scared by the storm and escaped. A SWAT team with the department tried to locate the bull with a heat-seeking drone, but they had no luck. So they're telling anyone in Charlotte who encounters the bull is encouraged to stay in their house or their vehicle and just call the authorities.
How can you not find that? A 900-pound bull.
Right, yeah, well, that's a question for the authorities.
Dr. Zorba Pastor's here now. In the past, we've talked about the dangers of artificial sweeteners, and now there's some new information that's out.
Right, with artificial sweeteners and also with sugar themselves. So this is a study, it's one of the longitudinal studies that we've been looking at for years, men and women looking over a period of 20 and 30 years. And they look back at data looking at women and men who had sugar, sweetened drinks or sugar, once or maybe occasionally, once or twice a month, 3
We're
times a
talking
month.
Artificial or real or both?
Regular.
Okay.
Artificial,
So
sugar,
orange
and
juice?
regular. Well, you know something? They were looking at sugary drinks.
Okay.
I don't know if they were looking at orange juice.
Okay.
That's a very good question. And we'll go back to that. So it turns out if you're having, every day you're having 2 or 3 sweetened drinks a day, be it by sugar or artificial sweeteners, you're at a 30% increased risk for liver cancer. Now, liver cancer is not that common, but if it affects you, of course, it's very important.
It's bad.
And we know that sugary drinks themselves lead to obesity, and we know that obesity leads to cirrhosis called non-alcoholic cirrhosis. So we know that sugar in itself can also cause liver problems. So now we know sugar and artificial sweeteners adversely affect the liver.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Well, maybe not. You know, but it is unusual in that we never knew that was really the case.
You
But
would make
what we
that
know
connection.
more and more the fact that eating good food, so for instance, orange juice, it's better to eat an orange. Why? Because an orange has fiber in it, and it's different than orange juice. If you look at orange juice, if you have 8 ounces of orange juice, it's 8 teaspoons of sugar. So orange juice is a very sugary drink. Now, we think it's great because it's orange juice and it's natural, but the answer is it's not always great. So I think it reminds us also, we're made to drink water. I mean, that's kind of what our body is naturally accustomed to. And anytime we drink anything that's sugary, be it artificial or regular sugar, we run a risk. And right now we're finding out the risk is also liver disease.
So we're saying, like, you know, if you're having 1 or 2 drinks a day, we're talking like that size drink. Not we're talking like, oh, I only have 1 a day.
Well, you know, that is a good point.
No, I'm just having one.
But I gotta tell you, when they looked at the data, they didn't look at that way because these were diaries where people say, I had 1 drink a day. So you're right. 1 drink could be a 64-ounce drink versus a 32-ounce versus an 8-ounce drink. So yeah, but I think the bottom line is the more sugar you drink, the more sugary drinks you drink or artificial drinks, the greater the risk that you're affecting your liver. Your liver has something to do with this.
And a lot of alcohol has sugar in it. So
yes,
it's a double
alcohol,
whammy.
sugar,
Double
right.
whammy.
Right. So if you're having a rum and Coke, that's a double whammy, right?
Oh. Okay.
But the liver can repair itself if you reverse.
The liver repairs itself over time unless you continue to damage the liver. So for instance, if you're an alcoholic and you stop drinking and you have cirrhosis, your liver will often get better unless it's serious cirrhosis, but if you keep on drinking, it will not only get worse, but it'll get worse quicker. So the answer is yes, your liver can actually heal itself, and so the answer is if you're drinking a lot of sugary drinks, drink less. Cut it down. Don't have that 32, 64, 120-ounce Slurpee that you can get at Quick Trip for not very much money at all.
So be mindful, make good choices.
Make good choices. And once again, if you're going to have orange juice, have an orange instead.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Never thought of that.
All right. Now, quick question.
Yes.
Been hearing some stuff about COVID.
Yes.
What
yeah.
is
well? There's
but is it still the Omicron family?
Once again, COVID we know is it's always going to be with us for the rest of our lives. There seems to be a spike in COVID, and in September, late September, early October, the new COVID vaccine will be out, which targets this present variant. I think it's XBB. I can't remember the numbers and the letters, but the new one is not out yet. My recommendation is get a flu shot, get a COVID shot, do them at the same time, because you get a better immune response when you do it both at one time. And yes, you might have a little soreness in both arms, but you know what? Better than getting the disease.
But wait for the new vaccine?
I would wait for the new vaccine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Zorba, thank you.
My pleasure.
See you next week, and we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin? Great state of Wisconsin. State Fair.
There's something for everyone at the Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular August 3rd through the 13th.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhafels. Right now, Beauty Rest Queen mattresses start at just $2.99. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black. Queen Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $49 per month when you use Steinhafels' special 72-month financing. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance?
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
A first warned weather alert day is in the forecast for Friday. I'll let you know when the best chances for strong to severe thunderstorms will be at 5.
And we hear from a witness to one of the crashes on West Wash, how a business owner rushed to help the driver. That's next at 5.
Get ready for an improved news experience. The all-new Channel 3000 News app is here, tailored for your news the way you want it, with a customizable homepage and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
Well, for tomorrow, we're going to see 2 rounds of storms. The first round of storms will happen in the morning hours, going to come in from the west. So places further to the west will see the storms earlier. Heaviest rain will be in southern and southwestern Wisconsin, with the central portion of the state during the morning probably not going to see a ton of rainfall. Now, as we get into the later portion of the day, we're going to see more storms develop, and this will really impact our entire area, with severe storms definitely possible. Also could see some heavy rain. Within the storms, though, also gusty winds, large hail, possibly even an isolated isolated tornado. This will impact our area during the evening hours, especially the later evening hours from sunset and the few hours after. By the time we get to midnight, though, most of the storms will have cleared out by then, and then we're going to be clear by Saturday morning. As far as precipitation goes, a lot of it depends on where the storms fire up, but we could see up to an inch of rainfall. Beyond that, we have another chance of storms Sunday night into Monday morning, but temperatures are going to be very consistent with highs continuously being in the lower 80s and upper 70s. For next week, after the Sunday-Monday storms, we could see another chance of rain Tuesday night as well as Wednesday. But once again, those temperatures aren't going to change all that much with dry conditions for much of next weekend.
Tomorrow on Live at 4, we will have the latest animal news from our News Hounds correspondents, Louie and Oliver.
And we'll preview Madison Savoyard's production of The Pirates of Penzance, which runs through Sunday. That's tomorrow on Live at 4.
The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Family is just very important.
She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treated in my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
In today's Final Touch, a cyclist is hoping to make his way into the Guinness Book of World Records.
And he hopes to do it by biking the wrong way. A competitive cyclist from Alaska is looking to make a name for himself going for a world record, but he's going about it backwards. It's actually what makes the Will Walker of Anchorage so special. He rides his bike backwards pretty much exclusively. He says the topsy-turvy technique was born while hanging out with some buddies. He's now started to do events like the annual 500-mile ride across Iowa, which Walker recently completed, all 7 days of it. Yep, riding in reverse. Wow. Walker submitted the feat to Guinness to see if he's broken a world record, and he wants to start a charity foundation to help turn things around for the less fortunate.
Wow.
He says it's actually easier to bike that way than the regular way.
Well, if it works for him,
good luck.
Go for it.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.